Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Model Horse Maniac and welcome to September's Model Horse News recap. So if you're new here, this is where we just go through every single model horse from most of the major brands that I can think of that has been released in the last month, regardless of whether they're a regular run, special edition, whatever. And I just give you a little recap of everything new that's come out in the last month. So let's get on with it. And we'll start as ever with Breyer because they seem to be the ones that always come out with the most new stuff. And this month was no exception. They have come out with a lot of models this month. It is starting to look a lot like Christmas, unfortunately, in the model horse industry. So lots and lots of Christmas horses, as well as the usual splattering of special runs and Tractor Supply Company. So we'll dive straight back in with the first model horse that was released in September, Breyer horse, which was Iquitos, which is a Collectors Club wild animal series. So this is like a lottery draw for Collectors Club members. The wild animal series I think is really cool, but luckily not my cup of tea. But this guy is based on a poison dart frog. He is on the loose mane Bristol mold. He is a run of 750 and he cost collectors $200. I think he's a really cool model, but not my sort of thing. So I was very safe there. And then we also, for Collectors Club members, had the announcement of the two models that are going to be exclusive to the Collectors Club event, Hoofbeats and Maple Treats. This hasn't happened yet, but we did get the model announcement, obviously. So first up, we have Legacy, which is another loose mane Bristol. This guy is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gutted that he is a limited edition of 200, so no chance of me ever getting him. And though, yeah, as I said, 200 of him made, and he is included with the ticket. And we also have the stablemate from that Hoofbeat and Maple Treats event was announced, which is Tamaka's. Again, 200 made, again included with the ticket. This is a little chestnut on the Walking Thoroughbred mold. Next up, we move on to the fall releases. There are only two this year, which is unusual. There's usually 3 or 4, and both of these are actually limited editions. But we finally have Cash, which is the long-awaited, long-announced model. It was the essay contest winner from right at the beginning of this year, I think. It's on the Australian stock horse mold. As I said, we've been waiting for it for a long time. I feel like he was meant to be a mid-year release, but then he's been getting pushed back. He is a limited edition of 3,500 and he will set you back $59.99. And the second model we have for the full releases is Rosanna. So this is on the Shagya Arabian mold. It is the bricks and mortar exclusive, which means that you have to actually go to the store and buy it in person. You can't buy these online, or you shouldn't be able to buy these online. There are ways that retailers get around it, but you should only be able to purchase her in person, which means that obviously as a UK collector, we don't get her basically. And she is limited edition to 2,500 models. Next up, we have the Tractor Supply Company models. I saw so many people panicking about, are these going to be available? Are these not going to be available? They do them every year. We did see leaks of them, of a couple of them earlier on in the year. But we finally have the full lineup. They're on Tractor Supply Company website. They all cost $50 each. So we have Emery, which is the FFA horse on the standing quarter horse mare mold. This guy, he tricked me because she almost looks like she's a realistic colour, but she is actually a decorator. That is actually a slight denim pattern. And then we have Martina, who is a Mustang on the Forever Sage or Mustang mare mold. Really pretty bay. Not my favourite mold in the world, but a really pretty colour. And next we have Brooks, who is a Morgan on the Morgan Stallion or Troubadour mold, who looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to have to try and get hold of him somehow. He's definitely my favourite Tractor Supply Company special run this year. And lastly, we have Colby, who is meant to be an Appaloosa on the San Domingo mold, who is, again, really pretty. I usually really like these Tractor Supply Company models. And the big thing, the thing that I mentioned earlier that we're going to start getting now is Christmas ponies. So Breyer dropped a load of models on their website last week. They all appear to be BreyerHorses.com exclusives, which, I'll just go cry in the corner in UK because I'm not going to be able to get hold of them for a reasonable price. But we have a lot to get through. We have the 75th anniversary traditional family gift set, which consists of a proud Arabian mare, stallion, and foal. And I absolutely love the mare and foal, and I'm not going to be able to get them, and it's breaking my heart. But it's really nice to actually see them for the anniversary using some of the older molds. I feel like they haven't done that as much as they could have done. But these guys will set you back $150. And as I said earlier, they're only available on Breyer's website. We then have Cuddles, who is the 2025 pony for Christmas. She is a lovely pinto on the ever popular Misty mold, and she is $40. We have Nick, the holiday plush, who is a pony dressed as Santa, so obviously love it. He is $15. And then we have a couple of Freedom Series models. So we have Sullivan, which is the 2025 Freedom Series Winter Decorator. It's a purple deco on the Fairfax mold, and it has this hidden reindeer pattern, which I do actually really like. And he is $30. And lastly, we have Hyperion, who is the 2025 Freedom Series Unicorn, who is a pink metallic unicorn on the Morgan Stallion mold. Again, is $30. And yeah, these are all available from Breyer.com as I'm speaking, as well as all of the previously announced Christmas merchandise is now all up on there as well. Lastly, I'm just going to run through a few models that we knew were already happening but have actually been released. So first up, we have the Collectors Club Fall release, Durian. He was made available to purchase. We first saw him at Breyer Fest. He is $75. We also, for the Collectors Club, had another Collectors Club appreciation event. So, as usual, you get a random selection of one of the 4 glossed ponies. So, it's Quiet Away, Spinner Bay, sorry if I didn't say that right, Pony of the Americas, Atlanta, or Cosico. And you have to spend $150 or more of regular run in stock products. We also have for the Vintage Club model number 4 is out, which is Pioneer, which is the Western Pony clock, which I absolutely love. 1,200 of them made, and he costs $160. And you also get the sort of free, but not really free, but sort of they call it free, stablemate for the Vintage Club, which this year is a really sweet looking Man of War. And again, 1,200 of them made. And lastly, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's loads and loads of new merchandise on Breyer's website. There's pins, there's hoodies, there's socks, there's sweatpants, there's everything. So if you're into your merchandise, go check out Breyer's website. So next up, we're going to talk about Schleich, and we have a lot of Schleich news. If you have looked at any of the other videos on my channel recently, there's a lot going on, but we're going to start off firstly with the 2 special editions. So firstly, we have a special edition Uria, which is actually based on an influencer's real life horse, which we've never seen before. I don't believe Schleich has ever done anything like that before, so it's really cool. It's this bay on the 2017 Tennessee Walking Horse gelding mold, which is a mold I really like. And he was available from the 13th of September on her website and is now meant to be available in select Dutch and Belgian toy stores. I haven't done too much research into that, but you can still buy him on her website. And he is €14.99. And we also this guy was mentioned in my last Model Horse recap video, but you can actually now buy, and we know the name of this guy. So this is the Frosty Christmas Horse, who is a winter special edition. Apparently he's the first in a new series of collectible holiday horses, and he is priced at $19.99, which for me is too much money for what he is, but hopefully he'll look really nice in person. I hope he will for that price. So yeah, I mentioned him last time, but you can now actually go buy him. And then obviously, last but not least, the big thing is we saw leaks for the new Schleich 2026 animals, and obviously in them was the horses. So I've done whole separate videos on these. I've done a reaction and I've done a recap and also a ranking, I think, on my shorts as well. So I'll link them in the description. Go check them out if you want more detail. But as an overview, we have a thoroughbred mare and stallion. We have a Napstrupper gelding and mare, Lusitano gelding, KWPN gelding, Mustang mare and gelding, North Swedish mare, a horse clinic called Healing Hooves, and Sophia's horse wash station. As a general, I really like these guys. There are some I like a lot more than others, and you'll have to check out my reaction video to find out what ones they are. And then last but not least, I know most people don't count these as model horses, but I do because I collect them. My Little Pony. We don't have a lot of My Little Pony news ever now because Hasbro are currently in a break, and Basic Fun are sort of in a little bit of financial difficulty, I think. But we did finally get the totally rad ponies from Basic Fun. So these are 4 different ponies. They are $12.99 each. They are there's Firefly, Skydancer, Starshine, and Moonstone. And 3 of these guys are on new poses. Firefly is still in her original pose, but the other 3 are alternate pose variations of models of ponies that have previously been released. This is the first time, other than the Celestial ponies, but those were prototypes. So these are really the first time that Basic Fun have produced their own sort of ponies-ish, although they are ponies that we know, but on alternative poses. And I'll be keeping an eye out for these guys, but I don't majorly need them. I'll wait until they come on sale, unless Basic Fun want to send them to me. But yeah, not technically model horses, I know, but I count them anyway, and I think they're really cool. So yeah, that is the model horse recap of everything that I've found that was released in September 2025. Lots of cool models, lots of Christmas ponies, and yeah, we'll see what comes out next month.